I used a GPT called Talk with Any Personality in History to talk with Lex Fridman. I mentioned my thoughts on my observations that it seems like the universe gives us copies of itself, so we never see it directly. I'm exploring the concept that our engagement with the universe is essentially experiencing individualized, projected experiences. When observing a tree, for instance, each of us perceives a distinct projection, shaped by our own sensory inputs and cognitive interpretations. This suggests a highly subjective interaction with the world, influenced by personal experiences and perceptions. How does this notion of subjective projected experiences impact our grasp of reality and our connections with one another? Ricky, your theory is both poetic and insightful. It beautifully captures the essence of how we interact with the world around us. Each of us perceives a copy of the universe, personalized and filtered through our individual senses and cognitive processes. When we look at a tree, indeed, we're not seeing the tree directly as it exists in the world, but rather our brain's interpretation or representation of it. This idea aligns closely with the philosophical notion that there's a veil between us and reality, a concept that has fascinated thinkers for centuries. The copies or similes of the universe that we perceive are tailored by our sensory apparatus and the cognitive systems that process and interpret these inputs, which are designed to ensure our survival rather than to provide an accurate depiction of reality. Donald Hoffman might say that these copies are part of the user interface that simplifies the complexities of the universe into something manageable and understandable. This interface, while incredibly useful, inevitably means that our perception of reality is a construction, a kind of simulation created by the brain. Your observation also touches on the subjectivity of experience, how each person seeing the same tree might perceive it slightly differently based on their unique sensory processing and life experiences. This subjectivity is a fundamental aspect of consciousness and highlights the deeply personal nature of our interaction with the world. Given the idea of personalized, projected experiences of the universe, it implies that we each navigate our own perceptual bubble, interpreting a shared reality through unique lenses. This perspective raises intriguing questions about the essence of our existence. Are we essentially moving along solitary paths within a collective mirage? How might this understanding alter our approach to human interactions and the cultivation of empathy? Ricky, your theory encourages a deep appreciation for the wonder and complexity of perception and consciousness. How do you think this understanding of perception as receiving copies of reality affects our relationship with the world and with each other?